It's time for Ryan's Roses. Dear Ryan, Sisney, and Tanya, my husband went to a coworker's wedding in Tahoe. One of the women there called me to tell me he was way too close to one of his coworkers, and she even saw him walk off together.
Wow.
Oh, so she wasn't there. Got it. That's interesting. Why not? Why didn't she go? Let's get Olivia in Costa Mesa. Olivia, good morning. Why didn't you go to the wedding?
My daughters had to have somebody at home, and they had dance recitals and all sorts of things going on that weekend.
Okay, so you say, fine, he's your coworker, you go, and then what is the report you got back about your husband?
Well, he said it was a great time. Everybody had a good time, and there was, not much news of any sort. But I got a message from a gal who has worked with them for years, who I've known. I mean, he's been at this company for over 20 years, so I know a lot of those people. And she called and thought I should be made aware that this other guest was kind of hanging all over my husband.
And how do you feel about that?
Yeah.
Are you angry? Are you upset? Do you trust this source? Like, where are you on it?
Well, we've been married 18 years, so I kind of know this guy, and I don't think he's going to step out, but obviously there was an opportunity, and he didn't say anything. He didn't even come back and say, poor kid, she was, saying these things. It just never came out. So when I heard it, it's like, I don't know if somebody's got an agenda or there's something going on, but I better find out what it is.
All right. Let's get into making this call next here. Stand by, Olivia. We'll find out what was going on at this wedding with the coworker. Olivia's on the line. We're about to make the Ryan's Roses call. Her husband went off to a wedding with a coworker in Lake Tahoe, and then one of the women there called and said, hey, your husband is very close, like alarmingly close to one of our coworkers, and I saw them leave together. Walk off into the sunset together. I mean, Tanya, if I was at your wedding and walked off with somebody and you saw me doing that, what would you think?
Oh, I actually thought I saw that.
Yeah.
Remember? And then I was spreading that rumor.
Yes. I was like, they did
Olivia,
not.
Olivia, hold, please. 1 second. We're coming right back. Who do you think I walked off with?
The girl with the yellow dress.
The girl with the yellow dress?
You were chatting it up with her for a long time. And then I didn't see...
chatting it up with a lot of people
but
for a
her
long
like
time.
the most. And then I didn't see either one of you.
Who's
and
the
then
girl with the, was she at the wedding?
Yes, she's my friend. I don't want to say her name out loud, but her name is Sharon.
But you guys are chatty, cute. And then I look around. I don't see you. I don't see her. I go to Mark. I'm like, hey, I think Ryan and that girl in the yellow dress are going to spread that rumor. And then all of a sudden, I see her back in the mix. And I still don't know if I saw you. So who knows?
Well, I can tell you who knows. I know. I went home. I don't know where she went.
She was there. She was there until the very end. She was there for the bouquet toss. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'm glad we cleared that up.
She did not catch the bouquet, in case you were worried.
Why would I be worried about that?
I don't know.
If she did catch it?
I don't know, but do you know what's so cute is so many people said they had like really beautiful like heart-to-hearts with you that weekend. I was like, that's so cute.
Did she say that?
Michael said that.
Yeah, she did. She's like, I love Ryan. She's like, she told me something else too. I'll text you.
Okay. Let's keep
Can we do Ryan's
the wheels
Roses?
on.
Yeah, sorry, focus.
I love Michael as well. Tell him. I was very happy to see him
Yes.
over the weekend. I think we had another love fest talk over the
I
weekend.
mean,
but
he
we're gonna-
loves to chat with you.
I have to shift to Olivia, guys. Olivia, okay, so sorry about our distraction here. We're going to call your husband right now and see if we can find out what's going on. What is the name of the coworker? Do you know?
Yeah, her name is Maddie.
Okay, let's do this. I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then your husband's name. Go ahead.
Ryan, you have my permission to call.
All right, we'll do that right now. Be very quiet while we get him on the line to see who's top of mind, who he wants to send romantic roses to. Is it Maddie? Is it you? Is it somebody else? Because, with this report of him walking off at the wedding with a coworker, you not being there, it's suspect. So let's see what we can find out. Good luck.
Thanks.
Hello.
Hi. Can I speak to Josh, please?
You're speaking to him.
Hi there. My name is Winnie. I'm calling from the OC Florist. How you doing this morning?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for picking up. Actually, I wanted to make you aware we deliver here in Costa Mesa and surrounding areas, and we're offering a free promotion. It's a free dozen red roses that you can send to anybody that you'd like. We do this about once a month, just trying to promote our business. We do ask that if you're pleased with the arrangements, you refer us to friends and family, maybe leave us a Yelp review, things like that.
Okay.
But they're free. I don't need any credit card info from you, cash, or anything like that. We can just start with the name of the person.
And what do you guys get out of it?
Hopefully your business one day. Come back as a customer,
right.
and then actually pay for those flowers. So who do you want to send them to?
I'm going to, I want to send them to my wife, Olivia.
Okay. And what do you like to put on the card?
I don't know. It's got to be something like, I love you more every day. Love, Josh.
Oh,
Josh, your voice is being broadcast on the radio, and I have Olivia on the line with us right now. Thank you for sending her the flowers, Josh. She is on the phone with us now because she's concerned about a connection you had at a colleague's wedding. Were you at a wedding recently with a coworker? Olivia, would you tell your husband why we're on the phone together?
Yeah, I got a call that you and Maddie sort of disappeared from the party and were not seen again.
Is that true or false?
Listen, I walked her back to get her closer to her room. There was nothing going on.
But why did you walk her back? Why did you walk her back alone? I mean, it does create a difficult scenario for your wife here.
No, listen, my wife knows I love her. Maddie and I have been friends, and she knows that.
Is that true, Olivia? Do you know this Maddie? I'm just trying to cut to the chase here. Do you know this Maddie, and do you know that they're friends, Olivia? Does that add up?
I mean, I know that she's been with the company and that Josh has been working with her, but I didn't know that they're
okay.
What the way in which it was explained to me was getting very intimate.
Do you have peace of mind in trusting your husband in what he's saying? That he's just being a gentleman?
I mean, I do, but I just want to make sure that somebody either has an agenda to make problems for us or something's going on, and it doesn't matter which way it is. I just need to know what the truth is.
All right, so, Josh, why would anybody want to stir the pot here? I mean, Olivia, do you know the woman that called you? Can you tell Josh who that is and why she's stirring the pot?
Well, it's somebody else who works at the company who thought I should know.
Let's take this off there. You can share with Josh who sent that message to you, and then you guys deal with it. And I wish you the best of luck in sorting it out. I mean, the question is, was he just being a nice guy? I mean, there are people on this planet that could be a nice guy and walk her to a room, and it's not for any reason. We'll come back. Kiss. So back to Ryan's Roses this morning on Kiss. We had Olivia and Josh. This one I hone in on. So if you heard it, let me just give you a quick. So she stays home with the kids. He goes to a coworker's wedding. A coworker at that wedding saw him walk off from the wedding with another woman and said, hey, they're too close. And I don't know, maybe they went to the same room together, and that's a problem. So we get him on the phone. He says, no, she's somebody I work with. And Olivia knows this woman, Maddie, and we work together. And I was just being nice, walking into her room. I don't know. I mean, if I walked anybody here to the room, I'd maybe feel a little weird. I don't know. But I also could see us not feeling weird about it. Like, okay, here's, you go home, I'm going home. There's yours, there's mine, good night.
Yeah, I don't
not
see.
Not such a big deal.
So
not weird. So then.
It's the body language.
But you don't believe that he was just walking this woman back to the room and being a nice guy?
Not if this coworker alerted the wife. Because she saw something that he is not owning up to.
He sent the roses to
his wife.
I love you more every day. Love, Josh. Well, that's what I want to talk about. Is this third person or fourth person now, the coworker that spotted this going down, is that the troublemaker?
Right, and maybe they didn't see accurately. Remember, Sisney, you said you saw something at my wedding that was not accurate. So maybe this person, this coworker,
you thought I walked back with somebody. At the party.
So maybe this coworker saw something that wasn't accurate either.
Maybe you're right.
The truth was, I was back in the room moving up my flight. I had to go back for Idol.
You're like, I'm done with my responsibilities.
No, I had to go. I had to go back for work. I was down there Thursday night, Friday, and Saturday.
No, we know.
Anyway, but I was not. It was not what you saw.
What I saw was that
you started a rumor.
That's true. No, I was just Mark. Mark didn't tell anybody else.
Fine, but Mark's plenty enough to tell.
True.
Mark is plenty enough. This will make it on the show.
Yeah, it's break number 8 the following Monday. Nina Pico Rivera, how are you?
Hey. Hi, Ryan. Doing good. Thanks.
Okay. Do you believe the person that called in the story to Olivia, or do you believe Josh in this situation? Who do you believe?
To be honest, I think it's a mixture of both. I think like both of them are sort of saying the truth. So, but I don't know. I'm more likely to believe the woman. Sorry, it's just like a bias I have, probably.
I hear you.
Okay. Well, Nina, I appreciate you listening. Thank you very much for calling. It's Ryan's Roses. It's time for Ryan's Roses. So this is an email that we got from Heidi in Alicia Viejo. She says, my husband and I separated about a year ago. We did not divorce, just separated. This past summer, he started dating someone, and seeing him with someone new reminded me of all the great things we once had. Long story short, we got back together about a month ago. But since he came back, things haven't been great. We're more like roommates than a married couple. There's no passion, and I'm concerned that he hasn't completely broken it off with this other woman. I think there's a lot of confusion and emotion going on, too, in a situation like this. Heidi, thanks for coming on with us. So I find it interesting that you realized what you had once you had seen him gone and with someone else.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that we separated about a year ago because it just wasn't working. We were arguing all the time. Like, you know, the passion was just gone. So we decided to separate and take a break. But at the beginning of the summer, when he started dating this woman, I just, you know, it's like you see the man that you love with another woman, and it makes you realize. I
guess I raised this question because I'm just trying to make sure it's not out of envy or jealousy that you wanted to get back together with him, but out of truly wanting to get back together with him.
Yes, definitely. I mean, it's one of those things where, you know, you see what you've lost and you remember those times when you were having all the bad times that were hard to remember, but then you see him with someone else and you're like, oh no, like this, we have a family. We have 2 boys.
How long were you married before you separated?
About 5 years.
So we're clear. You've got 2 kids, and you've since gotten back together, but now you feel more like roommates. There's no spark anymore, and you think it's this way because he's still either mentally, psychologically, or physically attached to this other girl.
Yes, definitely. I mean, it was only over the summer that they were dating, and he's only been back for about a month. And at the beginning, like the first 2 days were great. You know, we had a little coming back party. It was great, but now
that's the new honeymoon. I mean, of course, it's going to be great when you first get back together, and then do you settle back into the old rhythms? Is there another woman that's causing that, or is it truly just the rhythm of the 2 of you? Gonna make the Ryan's Roses call. So if you're just joining us, let me bring up the speed. And by the way, remember, you can listen to us on the iHeartRadio app if you've got to move. If you've got to get out of the car and you need something on your phone, bang, we're right there. 102.7 KISS FM. Stations from all over the country are there too. Ryan and Ellen, my husband and I separated a year ago. That's how the email started. They are separated, not divorced. He started seeing somebody else. They decided to get back together because she initiated it. Mm-hmm. She didn't like seeing him with another girl. And she says she remembered all the things they used to have when she saw him with somebody else and said, let's try this again. So they've moved back in together. Apparently he stopped seeing the other girl, and she says the spark isn't there. That we're more like roommates than a married couple, and she's concerned that he's mentally or physically
or both
attached to this girl still. Heidi?
Yeah.
Need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever your husband's name is on KISS FM. Go ahead.
You have permission to call on KISS FM.
Okay, we're going to call him. Patty's going to come in here. She's going to offer him some roses. We're going to find out what he puts on the card, okay? We're going to find out who he sends them to. Because if it's
I know who he's going to send them to.
Well,
but yeah.
What's the other girl's name, Heidi?
Yeah, what is it?
Michelle.
Michelle?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's find out if you're top of mind or if Michelle is top of mind.
Where did he meet Michelle?
I think they met online. I'm not sure, but my kids actually showed me a picture of her on Facebook. They met her once. Oh my God, what a day that was!
But he was fine to be seeing her because you guys were separated, right?
Right. Yeah, we were separated, but it's still hard to have your kids with your.
Of course, I understand.
We're still married, and another woman. It was. And then they come home and they're like, "Oh, mommy, let us show you this woman on Facebook." And I don't want to be mean about it. You know, I can't smack her down because I don't want to teach them those values.
All right, we're going to make the call now. Patty is ready, so good luck to you, Heidi.
Thanks.
Hi, may I speak to Jerry?
This is Terry.
Jerry, hi, good morning. My name is Patty calling from Lilies and Sunflowers. How are you?
I'm doing good.
I'm calling because you've been chosen to receive a free dozen roses. They're completely free, and you can send them to whoever you want. This morning, I don't need any information from you, just the name of the person you're going to send them to and a note, and I'll make sure they get them today by lunchtime.
Wait, I'm sorry. So it's flowers?
It's flowers. Yeah, you get a bouquet for free. I don't charge you anything. You don't have to pay any fees, any delivery fees at all. They're all on me. I'm actually just promoting my delivery service, and also I'm trying to get a little bit ahead for the holidays. I'm trying to get as many customers as I can. So I'm offering 5 bouquets today, and you're one of those people that can send to whoever you want at no charge.
Okay, so I could just send flowers to someone?
Yeah, you can send them to anybody you want. I have 4 bouquets. Let me just run them here. It's I love you, thinking of you, get well soon, and miss you. You can choose from one of those 4.
Can I choose thinking of you?
Okay, thinking of you. 1 second. And who do you want to send that to?
Michelle is the name.
And what do you want to put on the note?
I'm going to make this right.
And are we sending this to her residence or place of work?
We're going to send it to her residence.
Jerry, it's Ryan Seacrest and Ellen Kay.
Hey, Jerry.
I need you to know your voice is being broadcast on the radio. Michelle, this is the woman that you're seeing. Heidi is your wife. We just heard what you put on the card. What is it that's going on with Michelle, Jerry?
Michelle is a friend of mine, and we have a history with each other. I just wanted to send her flowers, just to kind of cheer her up.
To kind of say you're going to make what right?
Yeah.
What do you need to make right? By the way, your wife Heidi is on the phone, Jerry. I need you to know that. But what is it
Heidi?
you need to make right?
Yeah, hi.
All right, Heidi. It's not.
You told me you stopped seeing her.
Look, here's the thing. What I haven't done is I haven't done anything with Michelle. Can I just say that?
It off either, clearly.
Jerry, you're trying to make it work with your wife, right? You guys are back together trying to make it work?
I was trying.
What do you mean you were? When did you stop?
I can keep trying. I want to. Heidi, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like it's just not the same with us anymore.
Well, are you trying?
I feel like I've run out of trying, honestly.
But you've not severed the ties with Michelle, clearly. So are you both mentally and physically still involved with Michelle, or just mentally?
I don't even know. Honestly, she's just this idea that I like, because, I don't know, when I come home, it's just not the same anymore.
It hasn't been the same for a long time, and that's because you've stopped trying. I've been trying. You're not trying.
I have tried. I have tried, and it's not stopping. It didn't stop the fact that something's different between us, and you know it.
And it stopped the fact that you're still in contact with that other woman. How are you saying that's trying if you're not even going to try and actually just be with me? You're still with her in your mind.
I mean, Heidi, do you think it can work with us?
No, Jerry, do you want
it to?
Do you want, W-A-N-T, do you want it to work?
I don't know. I think something's just kind of died.
Well, do both of you want it to? You both sound kind of like, meh.
But, and I don't know is not good enough for a marriage. You gotta want to make it work, or it's never going to work, Jerry. If anybody in a marriage is saying, I don't know, I'm not sure, or hesitant, it's never going to work. There has to be mutual want. That's how marriages work.
And mutual trying. It can't just be for the kids. It has to be for us, too. You can't leave in the morning and not say I love you back to me. How do you think it makes me feel when that?
And also, Jerry, you can't be seeing another girl when you're trying to make it work, too. But Heidi, I have to still raise concern that maybe you rushed you guys getting back together for the wrong reasons, not necessarily because you wanted to make it work, but because you didn't want to see him with another woman. And that's different. That is a different scenario.
I wanted us to work.
I mean, I don't know what else I can do. We had a conversation about our marriage and if we still wanted to try, and we both agreed that we did want to try and that we do love each other and we love our kids and we love our life. And so he agreed to come back home.
Well, we're going to have to wrap this up. I don't know that anyone's doing anything wrong other than maybe not just being honest with the other person about their desire to keep it together or not. And I think that's what you guys got to do. That's what you guys need to talk about, okay?
I think it's over. And I think that maybe we should start getting the divorce papers.
Well, why don't you, I'm going to put you guys on hold. You should have this conversation in person and not with us, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Good luck to you. It's time for Ryan's Roses. So, dear Ryan and Sissany, my husband's been going to a lot of open houses for a while now. It's been going on for a few weeks, almost every Saturday and Sunday, even on Tuesdays. We're casually looking, and I'm working a lot. He really isn't, so it kind of made sense. For some reason, things didn't feel right. So I started asking what house he was going to, and when I looked them up, I noticed they were all with the same realtor. She's very attractive. She's a woman. So one day I followed him without him knowing to an open house.
Gosh.
He was there for quite a while, like hours. I did some digging and found out she's married. I know this sounds bizarre, but something tells me none of this is right. All right.
Wow.
Melanie is on the phone in Fullerton. Melanie, good morning.
Good morning.
In terms of historically speaking, because this is a bit of magical intuition, this is some sort of a feeling you've got. How has your intuitive sense been historically in the past?
Pretty good. I mean, I think when it's with relationships, you can kind of, when you've been with someone for that long, you can kind of get a sense of how they're feeling. And if it's a lot more real, then yeah.
Was that, you mentioned he's going to open houses. Was the house he went into for hours an open house?
Yeah, they were all open houses, but it's weekends, it's Tuesday, it's all the time.
Right.
And
were there other people that were going in and out of the house?
I'm wondering. And when they were there, wasn't there a revolving client list or people coming in and out?
I mean, there might have been, but I mean, I didn't go with them there because I'm working so much.
Right, but the time you followed him.
The time you followed him, though, weren't there other people coming in and out?
I guess there was one other person, but I mean...
Okay. How long have you been married, Melanie? How many years?
7 years. We have a 4-year-old.
You have a 4-year-old?
7 years or 11 years?
Sorry, we've been married 11 years.
Hold on one sec. We're going to call your husband and try and find out what's going on, okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right, Melanie is on the line. Melanie is in Fullerton. She's been married for 11 years. They've got a 4-year-old. Her husband, they've been loosely looking for new homes. Her husband's been going to open houses. Same real estate broker. Melanie says in her email that it's an attractive female broker. And they went into a house. She followed them to a house. And they went in for hours. And her gut is saying something is upside down here. Something's just not right. So, Melanie, here's what we're going to do. We're going to call your husband and offer him some roses. We want to find out who he sends them to, what he puts on the card. So I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever your husband's name is, on Kiss FM. Go ahead.
Ryan, you have permission to call my husband on Kiss FM.
Okay, we're going to call him now, and we're going to try and find out what's going on. So here's the thing. Just be very, very quiet. Sisney's going to ask him some questions. Let's see if we can find out. Stay very quiet. You'll hear everything, but stay quiet until we tell him he's on the air, okay?
Okay, thank
you. All right, good luck, Melanie. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is this Tim?
Yeah.
Hi, Tim. My name is Rachel. I'm calling from the Secret Garden. We're a brand new flower shop here in Fullerton. How you doing this morning?
Good. Good. How are you?
Great. Thank you for asking. We're actually right off State College in Chapman. And the reason I'm calling is because we're offering a chance for local residents here in the area to receive free roses. I don't need anything from you. They're free. We're just hoping to promote our business. You can send them to anybody that you'd like today. Is that something that you'd be interested in?
Yeah, sure. That sounds great.
Okay, great. So it is a dozen red roses. I just need the name of the person you want to send them to.
Nancy.
What was that?
Nancy.
Nancy. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And what would you like to put on the card?
How about for you? I'm sure you know why.
For you, I'm sure you know why. And we have like romantic cards and stuff like that with hearts on them. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay,
sure.
Great.
Hi, Tim. It's Ryan Seacrest. Your voice is being broadcast on the radio. Need you to know that. And I have your wife, Melanie, on the line. Melanie, say hi to Tim.
Hi, Tim.
Hey. Hi.
What is going on?
Nothing.
No, I know you're having an affair with the realtor.
Is her name
The
Nancy?
realtor's name Nancy? Melanie, is the realtor's name Nancy?
Yes.
Okay, that's absolutely not true.
I'm sure you know why.
Why would you want to send a romantic card with hearts?
I didn't even think about that. I mean, it was just she's a mentor, if anything. I mean, it was just that was what was offered, and I don't know. I didn't have the time to like think about options.
Tim, here's the thing. Your wife followed you and Nancy, and you went into a house for many, many hours. And I don't know what happened inside the house, but it just seemed strange to your wife. So, how long have you been having an affair with Nancy?
We have not been having an affair. She is a mentor. I mean,
but you just sent her a mentor for what? What do you meant? What's she mentoring you for?
I'm thinking about being a realtor, and obviously she's a realtor, and business has been slow for me, and with my normal job, and
okay. So Tim, I believe that, but tell me why, if she's a mentor professionally, why you sent her a note saying, for you, I'm sure you know why, on a romantic card. Just curious.
Because it's a nice gesture, and I wanted, I mean, look, I don't have like money to pay her back in some other way, and
so being romantic with her is the way to pay her back?
Honestly, it's not romantic. I mean, she
you
shows me houses, and we talk, and she shows me the ropes, and that's it. That is it.
Okay. Melanie, my gut is you're right about this. We heard Tim jump right into it. Very happy to send a romantic bouquet of red roses to Nancy. You think something's going on. I think you're right. So we're going to let you take it from here. You can sit with your husband and ask him all these questions, look him in the eye, and maybe you want to bring Nancy into it as well. I mean, you know how to find her. So I wish you the best of luck, Melanie. Thank you for reaching out.
Thank you.
Okay, bye. I feel so bad for her.
I really
She seems.
do.
I mean, it's just like.
And this Nancy girl's married as well. So
what? But what? He's being mentored by her. Okay.
He's lying.
Right, but even if he is, even more of a reason you don't send red roses on a romantic card with like romantic pictures and things. That's strange.
You send a Starbucks gift card.
Even that's questionable.
Well, I don't know. I feel like that's more coworker-y.
Okay, that's fine. So this is an interesting conversation. We said at Ryan's Roses, and the husband, I think, is having an affair with the broker, the realtor. I think it's pretty clear.
For sure.
He got caught. He was backpedaling. It sounds clear to me.
Yeah.
Married 11 years. They got a 4-year-old. His wife, Melanie, she had a hunch, and she was right. But then he sent the note saying, I'm sure you know why, with a bouquet of red roses on a romantic card, trying to say, oh, she's my mentor. I'm just saying thank you. Is there any universal world where that's okay?
No.
So what do? Sisney, you are like, I've listened to you as a kid growing up.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, I get a job driving the van, answering the phones. I get on the air, and then I'm on the show with you, and you mentor me. Now, what do I send you?
A Starbucks gift card. If you want,
Right,
nothing actually, but if you did want to do something, a Starbucks gift card is very non-invasive.
Okay, good. That was my way of finding out what you want for Christmas. But also, that's the kind of thing that's a perfect work gift because we all want coffee at work, right?
Yes.
Or maybe even lunch at the restaurant down the street. Like whatever,
Exactly.
but not
Postmates credit.
roses on a romantic card. It doesn't make any sense.
No, it does not at all.
Now, Tanya, what if you got flowers from a male coworker?
I'd be uncomfortable.
What if it was an orchid?
Oh, I'd love that.
Wait, I've gotten flowers from you. I'm not
Romantic
uncomfortable.
roses, I would not like
No,
that.
not romantic roses.
Oh, well, hold on, sis. I'm talking to Tanya for a second. She just said she wants an orchid, but she doesn't like flowers.
Yeah, I would feel uncomfortable if a male coworker sent me red roses.
Well, yes. And the ones I send you, I specifically make sure they don't have any hint of romance.
No, they're very colorful and bright.
Like they're
and
really officey.
Yeah.
All right, let's get Chantel on the line. Chantel, good morning. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm super good. So you want to believe this guy?
I want to believe him because the problem is it makes sense, like the whole becoming a
Right.
realtor thing, her being his mentor, him having trouble at work. But this man was in full panic mode, and so something super fishy about that. And
I didn't. To me, they didn't sound like anything authentic or genuine about this guy.
No.
Like I think it was all backpedaling, trying to get out of it. I didn't hear anything redeeming in anything he said.
I mean, it felt like it made sense to me, but it just when he was in panic mode, that's what kind of set off some alarms for me. Because even if he is telling the truth and he's developing this professional relationship, like he needs to tell his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She had no clue that he was considering real estate.
Thank you for listening to us. We appreciate it. Natalia, good morning. How are you?
Hey guys, good, and you?
Good. So you think he's cheating?
Oh, he is cheating, and it's insane that they're doing it at other people's houses.
Yeah, ew. I didn't even think about that.
Right, who aren't even home. By the way, that totally went by me too. Good point. They're doing these open houses. Gross.
What kind of
other people are there?
is this?
All right. Thank you for listening to us. This is it's a problem from his wife. It's a problem for Melanie. It's time for Ryan's Roses. Dear Ryan and Sissany, my boyfriend and I have been long distance for a year and a half. It's been tough, but we're hanging in there. He moved to San Francisco for work. Last weekend, he was in town for his mom's 60th birthday party. He always stays with me when he flies down, but not this time. I didn't even see him until his mom's dinner. And even then, he was not into me at all. I think he may have met someone else in San Francisco. That's from Jasmine, Costa Mesa. Let's get Jasmine on the phone right now. Jasmine, good morning. Thanks for coming on. Strange behavior
Hi.
from him, huh?
Yeah. I mean, we've been together 3 years, and before he moved to San Fran, he's like, you know, we talked about it, and we're like, okay, we're gonna be in this for the long haul, and we're gonna stay really, you know, communicating with each other, and we love each other, and this is gonna make us stronger. And the plan was, as soon as I graduate, to move there with him, but he's just been really distant. Like, he's not calling me as much, he's not texting me as much, and when I do call him, it's like he wants to get off the phone right away, or he sounds annoyed, and he won't admit to anything. He just says that work's really hard for him right now, and he has a lot on his mind. But it was just his mom's 60th birthday, and he came down, and usually he always stays with me, and I was so excited for him to come down. And he said that, yeah, and he said that he wanted to stay with his mom because it was a big deal, and I'm like, okay, you know, that's fine. But he didn't call me. The only time I saw him was at his mom's birthday party.
So here's why this is a red flag to me. If you're in a long distance relationship, and we've all done it, then you can't wait for that time that's limited that you get to spend with that other person. It's so valuable. So this is definitely not a good sign. This is a step in the wrong direction. Now, why is it a step in the wrong direction? It doesn't mean that he's necessarily cheating. It could mean he's just burnt out on the LDR.
It could. I just, you know, in my heart, I feel like something's really wrong, and I'm scared that he's met someone else or something, or, you know.
Yeah, I do know. Okay, I'm going to put you on hold. We're going to come back and we're going to try and call your boyfriend, okay?
Thanks.
We're about to make the phone call for Ryan's Roses. This is a couple that's been dating for a year and a half. He's in San Francisco. She's here. Anyway, long story short, every time he comes down, they stay together. This time he came down for his mom's 60th birthday party. and he stayed with his mom, didn't stay with her. Now, kind of cool he stayed with his mom.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
Right? Kind of cool he stayed with his mom. But he was distant. He kind of pushed her back.
And he's been distant when they talk on the phone now that he's back in San Francisco.
But when you don't get much time with somebody, when you get that time is so valuable, you want to spend all the time. Or at least you want to show how grateful you are to have the time with that person.
I mean, when Michael and I did long distance, I mean, it's not that far, but San Diego to LA, we would like fall asleep on the phone, like just listening to each other breathe.
That is long distance because it takes as long to get to San Francisco as it does from LA to San Diego.
That's true, actually.
On the 405.
Exactly.
So Jasmine's on one. Let me pop her up. Jasmine, I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever your boyfriend's name is on Kiss FM.
Okay. Ryan, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
Got it. Okay. Now, Sisney's going to call him, offer him some roses. We want to find out who he sends them to and what he puts on the card.
Okay.
Hello?
Hey, I'm looking for Gary. Is this Gary?
Yeah, this is Gary.
Hi, Gary. My name is Christina. I'm calling from Mesa Flowers. How are you doing this morning?
I'm okay.
Oh, hi. Well, I'm calling because we're a new flower shop here in Costa Mesa, and we're actually doing a little promotion to promote our delivery service. And we're giving out a free dozen red roses today, and you can actually send them to anybody that you'd like, and we can put a little cute note on there, and they could receive them this afternoon.
Okay. Yeah, that's great.
Cool. So I don't need any information from you, like credit card info or anything like that. I just need the name of the person you want to send them to, and then we can put a quick note. So who would you like to send them to?
Sure. Yeah, we could send it to Anne.
I'm sorry, say that again?
Anne?
Anne?
Yes.
Okay. And what would you like to write on the note?
I'd write happy 60th. I miss you.
Happy 60th, I miss you. Who's that?
It's my mother.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, it's her birthday this weekend.
Oh. And do you want to write like love Gary or?
Sure.
Okay. Let me put you on hold real quick, okay?
Jasmine?
Yeah.
I don't want to say anything.
What do we do?
Well, I know what we do. We don't say anything.
No, you guys have.
No, but he just sent him to his. But he just sent him to his mom. I think we let him. I think Sisney should let him go because I think that, and you should just talk to him about.
Let him go, and then all of a sudden he thinks his mom's going to get flowers.
Well, he has to send somebody
Because
flowers.
you guys
have
he's
to
not
send flowers.
talking to me. Just
So you want me to do it with him? I feel like it's a bad idea.
no, I do.
Gary, it's Ryan Seacrest. I have your girlfriend Jasmine on the line. We were just on with Christina.
Yeah, hi.
From the flower shop, who's Sisney. Your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I need you to know that. Jasmine wanted us to call you. By the way, that's so sweet that you sent those flowers to your mom. Jasmine wanted us to call you because she thinks that maybe there's a problem with your relationship, your long-distance relationship, because you've been standoffish. Is there an issue?
Hi, baby.
Hey, Jasmine. I mean, I'd rather not. I didn't plan on talking about it on the radio.
So there's a problem. Is there another woman?
No, there's no one else.
There's a problem with the long distance part.
Where?
Right.
Where there isn't another woman?
It's the distance. It's
Yeah,
creating distance.
Pretty much. It's, you can't really coordinate our schedules all the time, and I don't know, it's tough being like halfway, almost halfway across the country. Or feels like it, anyway.
But we talked about this, and I need time so that we can talk. I feel like you're making less and less time for us to talk.
Hey, guys, this is now between you. We're just here to find out if there's somebody else, but I'm going to let you go and talk about the fact that there is so much geography between the two of you in your relationship, okay? And wish you the best of luck.
Okay.
Okay,
Thank
good luck.
you.
Thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.
I like him.
Yeah.
I'm bummed, but I like him. It's time for Ryan's Roses. Let me get Lisa on the phone. Thank you for writing into us. So we know that your husband FaceTimed you from work. It was on a trip, a work trip in Chicago, right?
Yeah.
And he appeared to have what you say is a hickey on his neck.
Yeah, 100%.
And when you asked him about it, you saw it was clear. When you asked your husband about what looked to be like a hickey, what did he tell you?
He said that he had an allergic reaction to the soap at the hotel.
And was it local? Like a really small area, or was it all over his neck?
It was like pretty local, but it was very defined. Like I could see it on the camera clearly.
So there's a real contrast to his skin and this mark.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you also tell me in your email that you've always been able to tell when your husband is lying, and you saw what you thought was a lie.
100%. Yeah, he has no ability to lie whatsoever.
Yeah,
and
I
could tell. Yeah, and we've been together for 10 years. Like I know everything about him. Every breath that he takes. Like I can tell what is behind it all. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so Lisa, hang on for 1 second. She saw her husband on FaceTime with a hickey on his neck. She asked him about it. He says it's a rash from the soap, but she knows he's lying. So what is going on in Chicago on this work trip? Let's get into it. Ryan's Roses. Lisa on the line saw her husband FaceTime her with a hickey on his neck while on a work trip in Chicago. How many days was he gone in Chicago for this work trip?
Altogether, it was like 3 days, like Monday through Wednesday, I think.
Have you caught him in lies? You say you can tell when he's lying. Have you caught him in lies before?
Yeah, I've caught him stupid things like, leaving the fence open and the dog got out. He lied about that. He lied about the number of people that he's been with. He lied about some flirty emails between him and a coworker years ago, before we even got married. And I knew he was lying in every situation, but especially the email part of it was definitely an issue for our relationship. But we worked it out, and 10 years later, here we are again.
Okay, so I need you to be very quiet and say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then his name on Kiss FM. Go ahead.
Ryan, you have my permission to call on Kiss FM.
All right, so stay quiet. We're going to see what we can find out here, and we'll let him know he's on the air, and then we'll bring you in. And good luck, Lisa. Here we go.
Hello?
Hi, is this Damien?
Yes, this is. How can I help you?
Hi, Damien. My name is Kaylee. I'm calling from South Bay Blooms. How you doing this morning?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. So we're actually doing a promotion where we offer local residents free roses. And today you've been selected to send a dozen free roses to anybody that you'd like. They are free. I don't need anything from you. Just the name of the person you want to send them to. And we can do a note. I'm just trying to promote my business and my delivery business specifically. And hopefully if you like our arrangements, you would come back as a customer.
Okay. You guys are just calling people and just offering them free flowers?
No, just one person. We do this once a month. Just one person.
Wow.
You've been selected today.
How long have you guys been open?
We're pretty recent, just a couple months.
Okay. Awesome. So, what kind of flowers are they?
It's roses. I usually do red, but I do have pink or white to choose from today.
Okay. Yeah. Red sounds perfect. Yeah. Okay. Let's do that.
And who would you like to send them
to? Send them to Riley.
Okay.
Riley.
Riley. And what would you like to put on the note?
How about you look stunning today?
You look stunning today. Okay.
Damien, your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I have Lisa, your wife, on the line, and I think she'd like to know who Riley is. Can you tell us?
Whoa. What's going on? What's happening? I'm sorry. You said I'm on the radio?
Yeah, your voice is being heard by others. Riley, you look stunning today. Who is Riley, Damien?
Look, I don't know what you think you're doing, but it's really not what it looks like.
All right, so let me tell you something. Damien, you don't have to hear from me. Lisa, tell Damien why we're here.
I'm so sorry. Damien, I saw the hickey on your neck, and
We already discussed all that. It wasn't a hickey. I told you that.
no, but you're lying. You're lying like you always lie.
Look, I told you. You know that I have to use special soaps because my skin is sensitive, and so when I was using the hotel soap in Chicago,
Forget
my neck
about
started
that.
breaking
Why are
out.
you sending the woman named Riley? You look stunning roses, Damien. Is this all tied together? I mean, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
She's just a coworker of mine, and she's going through a hard time, and so I just wanted to do
You do
something
not
nice
say,
for her.
Riley, you look stunning today to a coworker going through a hard time. Damien, we're not that naive, bro.
Look, Lisa, we can talk about this when we get home. Okay, it's just a big misunderstanding, and we can just talk about it when we get home over dinner. Okay?
No.
Like, we can just talk about this later.
No. I'm going to go to my mom's. I'm taking the kids. I want you to get your and get out of the house as soon as you're home.
You don't have to do that, babe. I swear. Just let me come home and explain everything, okay? Let me.
No.
Let's just talk about it, just you and me.
No, I'm done. I'm done.
Baby, you don't have to do this. Okay? Look, Riley isn't anything. You're my wife. I mean, like we made a commitment to each other. I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm
well
not
then why
cheating
are
on
you
you or-
sending her roses and say you look stunning today?
You're cheating on your wife.
I
And you had a
really
hickey
don't
on
want to
your
talk
neck.
about this on the radio.
I don't
anymore,
either,
okay?
Damien. The last thing I want to do is this now, but here we are.
I'm sorry. I want to just talk to my wife. Just me and her. This has nothing to do with you guys. This
So
has everything
who
to do with
is
just me
this
and her.
woman, coworker Riley, that you gave the
That's
compliment
none
to?
of your
Was she in
business.
Chicago with
That
you? Was
has-
she also in Chicago with you on the trip?
That is a coworker of mine, and that has nothing to do with your radio station.
And so what was on your neck in the FaceTime call from Chicago?
That was a rash from using the wrong kind of soap.
Okay. In one little section of your neck.
He's never had a rash. In 10 years we've been together. I don't know who Riley is. I've never heard of this coworker before. You're so foolish.
Look, do you want to go through my text? Do you want to go through my? We
Doesn't
can
matter
do
because you
that.
already
Look,
deleted them.
Do you want access to my phone at all time? We can talk about doing that. Like I'm willing to do anything with you to prove to you that I'm not cheating on you.
No.
I mean, we're going to go in circles here with Damien. Lisa, I think your instinct and the information you hear is leading you down the right path. So good luck to you. I'm going to let you both go, but Lisa, good luck. And I'm sorry to hear this, but I'm glad we could at least get to the bottom of it.
Thanks, guys. I'm sorry. I'm so upset. I'm sorry.
Look,
I'm so sorry.
Lisa, we'll talk about this later. Okay, I'm coming home now.
Don't think she's going to be there. I mean, the guy just sent those flowers. You look stunning today. How do you justify that? Helping out a coworker? That
Yeah,
doesn't
you
make
would say
any
like
sense.
chin up or something.
Right.
And they're roses too.
You look. If you send me something that said you look stunning today, I'd be like, inappropriate.
Right, that's my point. That's why I was trying to get into Damien to find out what's going on. But I think it's the same woman from Chicago. I just want to go back to Ryan's roses. Even if you missed it, this is really clear to me. Lisa wrote in and said that she FaceTimed her husband when he was out of town on a work trip, and he had a hickey. So did he not know he had the hickey, and he forgot to cover it up, or he thought it was covered up, or he thought she couldn't see it? So that happens.
Gosh.
Then we get this guy, her husband, Damien, on the line. And he sends roses to a coworker, Riley. You look stunning today. So I don't know if the two things are related or unrelated, but they sound like double violations.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps they're related. But what in the world could justify a married man to say to a coworker, "Hey, you look stunning today"? That's not. And he was right. He was right down the Riley path. Didn't even think about his wife really.
No, he didn't.
And she said she could tell when he was lying. And he certainly sounded like he was lying.
And
he
it was red roses. I gave him the option to do white or a different color.
Mm-hmm. So, Denise, I do too. I feel bad for Lisa as well.
Yeah, I mean, I feel terrible for her, but I do think that this is like a learning experience, right? Like, I mean, if someone lies to you, and they continue to lie to you, even if it's like little things like the emails and the dog and things like that, like, that's a pattern, and it just shows that they're going to keep lying to you in the future. And I feel terrible for her, but like
so are you saying when she found him lying about other things earlier on in the relationship, she should have paid more attention to that before it got to be this lie?
I mean, maybe, yeah.
I do. I really do. And like, I don't want to put the blame on her because, it's not her fault that he did these things to her. But like, I think we can just be more perceptive, and we can prevent these things from getting to this point.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it's hard in a relationship. You don't want to admit to hearing about or seeing the red flags because it's
time.
But it's also like defeat on yourself because you picked the person, you believed in the person, and they're letting you down.
Yeah,
and it's hard to admit that sometimes until this happens, and this is the big one.
Yeah, that's true. But like, I mean, if they let you down and they keep letting you down, like, would it be worse to admit like this person let me down and I made a bad decision, or like continue to get let down by that person?
It's a very astute and wise statement. It's hard to do sometimes, but I think you're right. Denise, Huntington Park, thanks for calling. It's time for Ryan's Roses. This says, Dear Ryan, I got a direct message on Instagram from a girl I don't know. She said she's a big fan of my posts, and that's why she knows what my husband looks like because I'm always taking photos, posting them of him and my kids. She said she didn't want to cause any problems, but she saw my husband at a sushi restaurant with another woman. She said they kissed before getting in the car to leave, and that is when she knew she had to tell me. I didn't reply to her at the time, but I asked my husband all this and even showed him the message, and he just blew it off saying, it's crazy, it's not true. So after talking to my husband, I replied to the message, and the girl gave me more information. So now I'm sure he's lying to me, and I want to dig deeper. Alexia?
Yes.
How are you?
I'm just weird. Like, I haven't been myself the last couple of days. So I decided to call you guys.
And we just got your story.
Mm-hmm.
So a direct message on Instagram from a girl you don't know. That's where this all started.
Yeah, like, I'm just concerned. Like, I even lost my appetite. I feel like butterflies on my stomach, and I don't know this girl, and I don't know if I should believe her, but something inside me is telling me, like, I need to pay attention to whatever she's saying. And I don't know her. Like, I post a lot of pictures on Instagram because I wanted to be like super mom. I wanted to do all these like fun activities with the kids, go to the museum, travel town, hiking, and all of that stuff. And this was a very shock on me.
So you asked your husband about all this, and he just blew it off?
Yeah, he was kind of like, you spend a lot of time on social media. You should just focus on here, the moment. But like, I went to social media because my family in Mexico can see those pictures. They can see the kids. They can follow us. And all of that sudden it started growing. And I told him, everyone can see, like, your family, my family, everyone can be updated with the kids' activities with us. And he was just saying, no, how can you follow or do these things in social media? They're wrong. It's not healthy. But I mean, he was just insane, and I don't know what to do. I'm shaking even right now.
I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to put you on hold and make the call and try and find out what's going on next, okay?
Yes, please. I just want to cry.
So, Alexia, I need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever his name is on Kiss FM.
Ryan, I'm giving you all the permission to call and all the permission to Kiss FM.
Okay. So here we go. Be very quiet. We want to find out who he sends the flowers to and what he puts on the card, okay?
Yes.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Roman?
Yeah, this is Roman.
Hi, Roman. My name is Sonia. I'm calling from Baseline Flowers. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm a new flower shop here in Claremont, and I'm calling because you've been chosen to receive a free dozen roses today. And this is how it works. They're completely free. We don't need any billing information from you. We just need the name and, a little note of whoever you want to send them to today.
Great. So there is no charge, right?
No charge.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, so who would you like to send them to?
To my wife.
To your wife. And then you want me to just write to my wife, or do you want me to write her name?
Let's just say from me to you.
From me to you?
Yeah, from me to you.
And what's her name? Just so I can know for our
Alexia.
Confirmation. Alexia.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, and she'll receive those. Yeah, this is great. Y'all give me the address, and then she'll be receiving those this afternoon.
Hey, Roman, it's Ryan Seacrest. I need you to know your voice is being broadcast on the radio. And we've got your wife, Alexia, on the line. She's concerned. She's concerned that she is being cheated on by you based on some things she shared with us. So let me just ask you this question. Are you cheating on your wife?
No, I'm not.
That does not sound convincing to me.
This is what I'm sorry. I didn't think this is on the radio right now.
Yeah, you're on the radio.
Okay.
It is.
Well, I'm not. I just didn't think I'd be talking to you. I didn't think I'd be talking to you today, but no, I'm not. Babe, is she on the line?
Well, Alexia, please tell him what you were thinking.
Why are you laughing? You sound like you're saying, like, no, I'm not, and you sound like you're laughing. I mean, I told you this girl contacted me and told me that she saw you with another woman, and I just can't sleep. I can't eat. I'm not the same person. So, Roman, please just tell me the truth. I didn't know what to do, so I just called Ryan to see if maybe you were sending flowers to another woman. Please, be honest. Be honest with me. I just can't be like that. Please let me know if you're cheating on me.
Babe, I'm not. This is crazy. This is ridiculous.
You're laughing. I mean, Sylvia, I'm dying over here. I'm dying. I just sound like, like, I'm not. I mean, that's not convincing. That's what Ryan said. You're not convincing. Why? You just can't tell me the truth. I mean, people know you from my posting. So why do you wanted to say that to me?
Look, I think you are really too deep in this social media thing. The Instagram, I think it's a bunch of, and I don't think
you're on the radio. I need you to know that.
I think you're letting it run your life. I think you're letting strangers on Instagram run our marriage. I don't think that's...
Of course not. I'm not doing any of that. Like, it's just for our family, so they can see the kids. They can see our activities. We have family out in Mexico in a different series, here in California, and, all over, and friends. And it's not running my life. I mean, I'm concerned.
Roman, here's the moment of truth. Is there anything going on between you and another woman that would make your wife upset?
Maybe. Yeah.
I mean, you cannot even say. I mean, yes or no.
What is it, Roman? What is it?
Yes, but
yes.
Something happened, but
What happened?
It's over. It's a one-time thing, and it's not going to happen again.
Wait a minute. A one-time thing means you violated the relationship here. You cheated on your wife.
You
just
broke
told
your
us.
vows.
You just wasted 5 minutes telling us you didn't, but you did.
Well, I don't think it didn't matter. It doesn't. It's a dumb little mistake, and it won't happen again. And I didn't want to worry.
You can't just
I didn't want to worry.
act like you ran the car into a sign and it won't happen again.
You're a liar. Like, thousands of people is listening to you right now. You just lied, like cold blood. In a cold blood. I mean, you just didn't care, and you say many times, no, I didn't, and you blame me. You know what? What it hurts me the most are your lies, and did you even blame me about, like, the social media thing? I mean, no wonder why. I mean, I just can't believe you. I mean, I'm destroyed. I don't know what I'm going to say to our kids. I mean, do you want to tell them or what? Because seriously, you need to tell me what kind of pattern they have.
Please calm down. Can we talk about this tonight?
Listen.
Can we please talk about this tonight?
Listen, Alexia, honestly, you got what you need from this. I do believe when you're talking about the kids and everything else, you need to sit down in person and have a conversation with Roman. But let me just, for the record, tell you, we gave Roman the chance to come forward. He didn't. We pressed in pride. He didn't. We pressed again. He did. I don't know how much I could trust him at all. Roman, goodbye.
All right. All right.
Thank you, Roman.
Alexia, I'm going to let him go.
Okay.
But, sweetheart, I'm so sorry. But you've got to address this with him in person because he still didn't tell us the truth, given the opportunity to do it.
I know. That's the worst part. I mean, sometimes you can forgive people, but if they're lying, like in a cold blood, I mean, it's just, and I'm not in front, but like everyone is listening right now. She just, I mean, what kind of person is that?
Okay.
The father of my kid. No.
I know. I can't.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
I feel terrible.
Roman's gone.